Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today all you need is your yoga mat and we're going to be doing a full body grounding routine. The first position is on your hands and knees, so gently make your way up and make sure your shoulders are over the wrists, your hips are over your knees, and everything's nice and boxy. You're going to bring your big toes together and gently open up your knees as wide as you can on your mat. From here, you're going to sit on your legs and then stretch your arms out until your forearms and forehead is on the mat into your child's pose. We're going to take a couple deep breaths here. Feel free to close your eyes as you inhale with your nose and exhale with your mouth. It's up to you to open up the knees as wide as you'd like to feel a stretch in the hips as well as the lower back as you stretch forward. Now we're going to make our way up and you're going to walk over to the right as far as you can, bringing your forehead back down with the forearms. You're going to feel a big stretch on the left side of your body here as you lean to the right. And again, take your deep breaths. For the last deep breath, inhale through your nose. And gently exhale as you make your way over to the left side as far as you can, placing your head down and forearms down on the floor. You're going to feel a big stretch on the right side of your body this time as you lean to the left. And again, take your deep breaths. In through your nose. And when you're ready, exhale and slowly move up back into the middle of your mat. We're going to keep the hips elevated for this child's pose, deepening the stretch now, bringing our forearms back down. And feel free to let the belly button drop and feel a little undulation with your spine as you keep the hips up. The big toes stay together, the knees are opened up nice and wide. And now we're going to walk over to the right again to feel a deeper stretch on the left side of your body, keeping the hips up, forearms down. Take your last deep breath here. And when you're ready, you're going to walk over to the left and do the same thing, bringing your forehead down, keeping the hips nice and high in the air. Take your last deep breath, gently making your way back up to a tabletop position where we're going to do a little bit of cat-cow together. So feel free to place your hands down into a fist. We're going to curl our backs, tucking our chin into our chest, holding this position for a small moment, and then back up into our cow position. The hips come up, the belly button drops as you raise the head. Back in with your cat position, round out your spine. And cow, lifting the head, the hips, let the belly button drop. Bringing everything back in, slowly round out your spine, tuck your chin into your chest for your cat. And don't forget to breathe here. Coming up into your cow, raising the hips and the head. Deep breath here, back into cat one more time, tucking the chin to your chest, rounding out your spine. And breathing into your cow, letting the hips come up, the head comes up. This is the last position here in our cat-cow, and we're going to gently make our way into a seated position. So you're going to make sure that both legs are stretched in front of you. You're sitting nice and tall in your sit bones, and you want to keep your legs as straight as possible, flat on the ground. Toes are bent towards you, and lean into your double leg hamstring stretch. Breathe through this position here, feeling a big pull in the back of your legs. You may feel your lower back come in if you try to tuck your chin into your chest and round forward. Big deep breaths. Now, if you're feeling any pressure in your lower back, feel free to place your hands behind you to push yourself into this hamstring stretch, taking away that pressure on your lower back. But make sure your toes are still leaning towards you, legs are fully supported on the floor. And now you're going to bend one knee, bring one foot in inside your leg, and lean into a single leg hamstring stretch. Try not to twist your body and just lean forward into this position. Again, feel free to tuck your chin into your chest and round out your back a little bit to bring in that lower back, mid-back. Breathing into this single leg stretch again. Inhaling with your nose. And exhale with your mouth, switching sides, extending the other leg, bringing the foot next to your leg, making sure you're not twisting and just leaning into your stretch here. The toes are leaning towards you. Leg is completely straight. Feel free to tuck the chin into your chest to bring in that mid and lower back. And take your final deep breath here. Big inhale with your nose. And when you're ready, exhale. You're going to start slowly making your way up, and we're going to open up the legs as wide as possible. Keeping them flat on the ground, you're going to lean forward, feeling your groin come in. And again, feel free to have your hands behind you if you're feeling that lower back tension. Just leaning into the stretch comfortably, feeling the groin open up, the inner thighs, the hips. Gently make your way back up. And try not to round out your back this time, just leaning forward, focused on the groin. Deep breaths here. And making your way back up, and you're going to lay down on your back. Make sure your feet are close to your butt, knees are bent, and the legs stay together. You're going to interlock your fingers and place your hands behind your head, keeping the elbows opened on the floor, and with both knees, you're going to let them fall together on one side. You're going to feel a nice twist in your lower back and mid-back as you keep the arms behind your head. Make sure those knees stay stacked, the feet stay stacked as you feel your spinal twist. Breathing in this position. Feel free to close your eyes here and take a moment. Now you're going to take a last deep breath, and switching sides, let the knees fall to the other side. Keeping those elbows wide on the floor, hands behind your back. Feel free to close your eyes again as you take your last deep breaths, feeling a gentle spinal twist in your back. Inhale with your nose, and exhale, bringing the knees back up and over to the other side one more time. Feeling a pull in the mid-back, lower back. Deep breaths here. Last full deep breath, inhaling with your nose. And when you're ready, exhale and bring the knees over to the other side one more time. Keeping the hands behind your head. The legs are stacked. Feeling a gentle pull in that mid and lower back. You're going to take your last deep breath. And when you exhale, back up to center. And now we're going to do a knee to chest. So you're going to extend one leg all the way out, straight on the floor, and interlock your fingers and grab your knee, pulling it into your chest on the other leg. Again, feel free to close your eyes and take a moment here to connect with your breath as you inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. If you want to get a little deeper in the stretch, start tucking your chin into your chest and bring that forehead towards that knee. You're going to feel the back of your neck come in a little bit here. Take your last deep breath and exhale, stretch that leg all the way out. Interlock the fingers, and with the other leg, bring in your knee to chest. Take a deep breath here and really ground yourself before you start tucking your chin into your chest. Just if you want to go a little deeper here, start bringing in that forehead towards the knee. You're going to feel the back of your neck pull a little bit. You might feel that stretch just a little deeper now. Take your last deep breath. And on the exhale, what you're going to do is you're going to bring the other knee up and you're going to hold a double knee to chest. So gently make your way here. We're going to slowly move. Bring the head back down and double knee to chest. Holding this position. And feel free to open up the knees nice and wide, bringing in the groin, the hips again. holding both knees up. Close your eyes here and take deep breaths, inhaling with your nose and exhaling with your mouth. Drop the feet. Keep them very wide on the floor. Interlock the fingers, place it behind your head again, and let the knees fall to one side for your 90-90 hip flexor stretch. Again, feel free to close your eyes and take your deep breaths, feeling a stretch in your hips as well as your lower back, as this is a gentle spinal twist. We're going to take our last breath. Exhale and switch sides, bringing the knees over to the other side. Keeping the hands behind your head, the elbows down on the floor. Big deep breaths, inhaling with your nose. And exhaling with your mouth. You're going to bring the knees back up, feet come together. And we're going to gently make our way into a seated position again. You're going to stretch one leg out in front of you. And with one foot, bring it over the leg and hug that knee that's elevated. Hug it into your chest. You're going to feel your glute stretch of the knee that's bent. And when you're ready, gently tuck your chin into your chest. Try to bring that forehead towards the knee as you keep hugging it into your chest to feel your glute stretch. Feel free to close your eyes. And take one more deep breath in this position, inhaling with the nose. And when you exhale, slowly come back up, extend the leg, bring the other foot over the leg for your other glute stretch, hugging that knee into your chest here, taking deep breaths and feeling that gentle pull as you gently hug it into your body. And when you're ready, tuck your chin into your chest. The forehead comes back down towards the knee to deepen your glute stretch. Keeping that gentle hug against your body. Take your last deep breath, inhaling with your nose. And exhale, you're going to make your way onto a kneeling position. So you're going to come up and sit on your legs. Fully support yourself on one side and big side reach with one arm. Again, you can close your eyes as you take your deep breaths, feeling a big pull on the side of your body here, keeping the chest up and not rounding forward too much. With the arm that's elevated, you're going to grab the elbow and get a little deeper into your lean with a gentle pull. So keep that same arm elevated, grab the elbow and give it a pull to deepen your stretch. Take your last deep breath here, inhaling with your nose. And exhale with that same arm that's elevated, cross it over your body and give yourself a crossover stretch, pulling that shoulder forward. So we're still using that same arm that we had overhead, just pulling it forward now. Bring the back of your deltoids in for a stretch. Take your last deep breath. And now you're going to lean over to the other side and bring your other arm over your head to start with your side reach. So we're moving sides now. Try not to lean forward in your side reach, keeping the body upright, feeling a big pull. Take your last deep breath here. We're going to come up on the exhale. The arm stays elevated. You're just going to grab the elbow and give it a gentle pull, leaning into your stretch again. Again, staying nice and upright, not leaning forward too much. Just deepening the stretch here. Taking one more deep breath together. Inhale with your nose. And exhale, that same arm, cross over and give it a pull. Bringing that shoulder forward. So that same arm that was elevated, we're just gently pulling it forward, bringing in the other side. Breathing in this stretch here. Inhale with your nose. And last deep exhale. You're going to slowly make your way into a seated position. Just sit comfortably. You can cross your legs here. And now we're going to interlock our fingers and push the palms away from us. This is going to open up your forearms, wrists, and fingers. And now bring it over your head as high as you can go. So keeping the arms nice and straight. Take your deep breaths here. Feel free to close your eyes. Opening up the wrists, the palms, the forearms. You're going to take one more deep breath. Bringing the hands back down. Flipping the fingers out. And back overhead. You're going to feel this on the other side of your wrist now. Keeping those arms fully extended over your head, a big reach here. And take your last breath, bringing your hands back down. And that is the end of our practice. Thanks for following, and I'll see you again next week.